Dun, dun, dun. Twin, dun, dun, dun. Where have you been? Nobody knows me like you do. Nobody gonna love me quite like you. Can't even deny it. Every time I try it, one look at mine, you know I'm lying. God when candle emojis. Ropella bomang hore nobody knows me. God when. We can only pray. Duelam Boma 7 this week. I am in the Mercedes Benz GLC220d. It's one of Mercedes Benz's best sellers, and I think we just need to have a bit of a conversation about it. GLC has sparked your interest and you're interested in getting a new one or a used one, do check out the Cars.coza app and website. In the description box below, I've put down all the links where you can get it. You can check out their website. The app is also available on Android and Apple. So make sure you check them out. Browse for a GLC, a new one, a used one, a pre-loved one. Also check them out for all the latest news and car reviews. So yeah, let's get back into the Mercedes Benz GLC. So we attended the launch of this new one, or this updated one, sometime last year, the new GLC. I think it was sometime early last year, March last year. And we flew down to Cape Town for its launch. And I really do think that the GLC has been a pretty car ever since its inception. I really love how they've softened up even the headlights now. You have the digital light on this one. It looks really, really nice. You have a bit of an LED streak going on. So it looks really, really cool. I think it looks very pretty. I love this blue, this dark blue hue it's finished in. It's very nice. Also love the fact that you have side steps on the side, allowing for ease of entry and ease of access in terms of entering the car. So that's actually a very nice little feature that they put on. You have your roof rails, and when you move on to the rear, you do have the scuff plates, which are a different color of from the conventional body of the car. You also get an electric tailgate. You get quite a lot of stuff. You have your GLC 220d badging and the 4MATIC badging on the rear. So I think it's a very nice car. I really do like also the fact that the badge is so large and imposing. So it definitely gives a very good road presence in terms of the exterior of the car. So with that regard, I really do think that it's nice. The interior is also a very nice place to be in. So this is the Avant-Garde spec. So there's two trims when it comes to Mercedes-Benz. You have your Avant-Garde AMG line and obviously your full-blown AMG, which is obviously the more performance kind of cars, right? So this is the Avant-Garde, right? And I think it's a very nice interior to be in. You have your large multifunction steering wheel with your touch haptic buttons on each side. You have this really big tablet-esque kind of interior with the tablet in the middle. Something that you guys have seen before in my other reviews. You've seen it in the C-Class. I think it was also in the EQE. I kind of forgot, but it's something that you guys are not foreign to. Like, you guys know it, you guys have seen it before. You have your large digital display right in front of you that houses anything and everything. And what I enjoy about Mercedes is how everything is so legible and easy to use, and also the graphics are quite good. So you have two cup holders in the middle up here. You have connectivity slots in the front, in the center console over here. I really love the fact that this is a floating-esque kind of center console, and it allows also for you to rest your arm on the center console. And then when you open in the cabby hole here, you have a bit more storage space. You also have more connectivity, which is actually a very good thing. I really do like the door bins. The only problem I have with the door bins is that your drinks, the cup holders are a bit too wide. They're a bit too wide, so thus resulting in your drinks just moving around quite a bit, especially your water bottle. But maybe a coffee flask and things like that will sit in a bit better. You have electrically adjustable seats. You have your heated seats. You have memory seats, and it's a very nice darkish interior. It's a very nice interior to be in. You also have your large sunroof and your white roof lining, allowing more light to come in. I really do think that this is quite a nice interior. and obviously it's nothing very different. It's a very C-Class kind of interior. So the GLC is powered by a 2-liter diesel engine that produces 162 kilowatts and 440 newton meters of torque, and also encompasses a mild hybrid system. So it's actually quite much of a it's similar to the C-Class, because the C-Class kind of brought in that whole 48V mild hybrid system, and that mild hybrid system actually helps with extending your range and giving you more kilometers on your drive, you know. So it actually kind of preserves the diesel quite a lot more. And in terms of the drive, I think the GLC just drives absolutely stunningly, you know. The ride height is actually quite nice, not too high, not too low. It's actually a very nice ride height. It's comfortable when you put your foot down. It does accelerate, and it doesn't have a very annoying diesel grunt. It just runs a bit, and it sounds very melodic. It's very, very nice to listen to. Like, it's a very nice diesel grunt, and it just pushes, man. It just kicks, it goes, and I think that's what I like. There's a very prompt acceleration for it. Gear changes are absolutely smooth. So in terms of the drive, the synergy is there. There's a lot of, you know, they understand each other. Gearbox engine are like, okay, mzala rbarka, okay, sure, wena tshwara mo bambangalana zo bambangala sizodibanisa kwa phambili, and kwa phambili ithukuthi sihambe sihambe sigijime sifike la siya khona yabo. So there's a lot of synergy, man, and I love how it drives. I really think it's a bit agile, you know, and it doesn't feel like a mid-size SUV. It actually feels very nimble and feels very light, you know. I'm currently doing 7.9 liters per 100 Ks, and I've done 223 kilometers, and I still have a range of 681 kilometers left. So in terms of fuel economy, I think it's absolutely knocks it out the park. I think that's what we all of us have really kind of praised Mercedes Benz on, is the fact that their fuel economy is absolutely commendable, especially in these 2-liter diesels. So coming into the drive, I think I'm very much impressed, and I think it's a proper thing. So now let's get into the verdict. What do I think of the Mercedes Benz GLC220d? So let's start with pricing. This vehicle is priced at 1,264,991 rand, and out of all that money, I think I only have 1 rand. So yeah, basically 2.65 million. So it's quite a bit of money, right? And it rivals the vehicles such as the BMW X3, Audi Q5, and Volvo XC60. So now let's just get into everything. I think the GLC has grown up a bit. This new face here, the way they've designed it now, is actually quite nice. It's actually very nice to look at, very easy on the eye. So I think it's a very attractive product and a very attractive car. I am a bit disappointed in the avant-garde spec. It does look a bit too, lack of a better term, poverty for me. The way you guys say poverty spec, I feel like this is also something like that. I don't like it. The chrome bits on the front don't really make it look a very luxurious and expensive. Makes it look a bit tacky for me. The chrome bits on that bumper, like I never feel it's so it's a bit boring for me and like that. And I also don't like the white roof lining in the inside. I get that it brings in light, but if I'm paying north of $1 million, I'd really like to have a bit of a darker interior, just for me to be a bit more cocooned and a bit more, you know, mysterious, right? Another thing I don't like is this thing, yeah, the thing that operates the lights, this center console on the roof, right? It creaks quite a bit when you just touch it and try to move it around. Just makes this creaking sound that's a bit annoying. And another thing that I also don't like is this visor on the sunroof. It feels like I'm in a Haval Jolie on this Lucilla. This Lucilla poison light too much, and then it hits this thing, then I need that solid thing, you know. That's why even if it was still this white roof lining, it needs to be that solid bar so that light doesn't infiltrate that much. Because now it makes the car hot, because wafis, and then the car just becomes hotter. So those are the few things I don't like about the GLC. What I do like, however, is the way this car drives. The acceleration is absolutely stunning. I think it's very prompt on the acceleration, drives like a dream. Boot space is absolutely amazing. You have the hooks at the back for your groceries, which I find to be stunning. The fully fledged spare wheel, which is a win in my eyes. 10 out of 10, knocked it out the park for that. And funny enough, this one's interior quality is actually quite nice. I drove in sheer silence, and it doesn't creak. It doesn't do that creaks that we're used to Mercedes doing, that it doesn't do it. It's actually very solidly well built. So the build quality is absolutely stunning. And I think the GLC also with the amazing range, like this, I mean, now I'm on 695 kilometers of range. It just keeps going, it fluctuates so beautifully. So I think you can get north of 1,000 kilometers on a tank very, very easily. So in that regard, I'm highly, highly impressed. So when it comes to its rivals, this vehicle rivals cars like the BMW X3, the Audi Q5, and the Volvo XC60. All right. For the sake of this review, I've only driven the X3 and this one. I haven't done the Q5 because I think I haven't driven the Q5. But I remember when I asked for it, Audi was like, no, we're not going to give it to you. And then XC60, I don't know, like, whatever. Anyway, so I'm going to work with the ones that I've driven. The X3 is also a very compelling product, but one thing that I'm also recognizing about the X3 is that it's very, very prevalent on the roads. It's everywhere. It's almost everywhere, so you see a lot of it. But it makes more sense because there's a bit more value in an X3 as opposed to this one pricing-wise. Your M Sport kit is a bit more standard. You get similar niceties. You get about 1,000 kilometers on a tank. So it's a neck and neck kind of call. Both of them are really, really up to par. But this one obviously gives you a bit more novelty, and a Benz, it still has that thing, you know. So yeah, and this vehicle is priced at 1.2 million 600 whatever. Okay, so that 1.2 million pricing, and you'll have to probably pay a bit more for the AMG kit, which is a bit disappointing because that's where BMW shines. M Sport is standard, you understand? So let me know in the comments what you guys are getting. Are you getting this? Are you getting the BMW X3? Are you looking at the Audi Q5 or the Volvo XC60? But ultimately, my verdict on the GLC is that it is a stunning car. It is actually one of the few BMWs that I would consider for myself, considering how their pricing can be a little bit out there and a bit obnoxious and a bit crazy. This kind of has a lot of value, right? Even in this avant-garde spec, it's a decent car, and I think the build quality kind of makes this whole Mercedes Benz portfolio, this GLC, it shines so well outside of all the cars that you find in the Mercedes Benz portfolio, if you guys get what I mean. Say that I'd have to give the GLC Avant-Garde, the GLC220d Avant-Garde, a good 9 out of 10. Beautiful car, beautifully built. Build quality is great, and it's actually one of the few Mercedes Benzes I would actually consider for myself. I think it looks the part, it's very nice. I'm a bit disappointed in this avant-garde spec. Does make it look like hangana, but as a product as a whole, it really, really, really is basically carrying the whole Mercedes-Benz marquee on its back, because the quality in here is good, the range in here is good. It's partially justifiable. So I think the GLC makes sense. I mean, that boot space is absolutely stunning. Like, I can't even fault that. So ultimately, I'll have to give the GLC 220d Avant-Garde 4MATIC a good 9 out of 10. And that is it from me, Buma Server. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Ayo, malumes. Malumes kya kawate. Sorry, malume. I cannot say it. And that is it from me, Buma Server. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Let me know what you guys are getting for 1.3 million. Let's just round it off. Are you getting this in this avant-garde spec? Are you getting the BMW X3? Are you getting the Audi Q5? Are you getting the Volvo XC60? And if there's any cars that you want to throw in the mix, please do comment them down below. And the cornrows are back. And actually, to be honest, I give a week when I'm filming. Like, and it's hot. It's hot. Alright, Buma Server, I'll see you in the next one. And then I'll see you in the next one, Buma Server. Bye bye.